Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, sisters and brothers. I'd like to share this beautiful, magnificent work of scribe of the name of Allah. And I would like to explain to you the meaning and why it was written like that. First of all, that's a signature of Allah. It's a signature of Allah. That is a signature of Allah, and also is the shape structure of the brain of a human being. It's the shape structure of the brain of a human being, and it's also a signature that Allah laid down in the creation of the brain of a human being. It's also the signature of which Allah laid down to create a human heart. As you can see, it has a middle line which separates the left section from the left section from the right section, or the right section from the left section. And also, if you move downwards, you see it has an upper section and a lower section. So if you use a horizontal line, you can make out an upper section and lower section. And also, you remember we use the middle line as a vertical line, and that gives you the four chambers of the heart of a human being. And every single detail in this magnificent piece of art explains the functions, explains the inner details of the chamber, of every chamber of the human heart. As you can see, if we go right to the top on the upper section, you can see that right at the top, or near the middle line at the top, on the right hand side, you see something which looks like a valve. That explains the valve that opens and lets blood into the heart of a human being, in and out of the heart of a human being. And as I said, we used the middle line, the vertical line. I'm talking about the big white character, the name of Allah in the white big characters. It's also where I was explaining about the chambers. On the right hand side, you have the chamber, and also it has a valve at the top which opens up and lets blood into the heart. On the left, you have a section, a chamber, which also operates as Allah designed, the way He designed it, and so on. And also on the lower section, we used a horizontal line to separate the upper section from the lower section. As you can see, the lower section on the right hand side has a protruding thing that comes out of the black circle, that rose, and on the left as well it's there, but on the left it is in white color, black and white color. On the right hand side is in black. Those represent the muscles from which the heart generates the continuous rotation to pump the blood in the veins of the body of a human being. When we go through the section of the brain on the upper side, this name has, as I told you, has two sections: the lower section and the upper section. That is the upper section. The upper section represents the brain structure, the shape structure of the brain of a human being. The character, the white character, which appears like a W or a continuous W from right to left that represent the shape structure of the brain, but also if you start from right to left, and before you after the middle line, you will see that it looks like a W, or but it's not a W, but it looks like a W. But that represents the forehead, the brain, how the brain looks inside the human head, the forehead of the brain, the forehead of the brain, or the forefront of the brain, and because the brain has 4 to 5 subsections, all those subsections are depicted, are represented here in this signature of Allah, because they appear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 subsections of the brain, and the last section on the far left represents the section of the brain where it connects to the nervous system of the body of a human being. That's all I can explain to you. That's a beautiful work of Allah, a name of Allah, and I hope you understand and you enjoy the beauty of this scribe of the name of Allah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.